This is how I almost canceled Easter celebration this year. For every holiday, I usually like to prepare in advance. I like buying early anything that can be stored. I buy meat and freeze it at least 1 month ahead. I buy presents early, or sometimes I create them myself. Cute handmade items that show my loved ones I care. So this year wasn't any different for Easter. I made my plan and started preparing. 1 week before Easter, I already had the meat, pickles, eggs, potatoes, lemons, and onions. All I had to buy was sponge cake and fresh vegetables for salad, tomatoes and cucumbers. But my son was going through severe sleeping issues because of a huge growth boost, those moments where you lose battle after battle with sleep. We would go to bed, turn off the lights, and he just wouldn't sleep. We tried everything, telling stories, hugging, rocking, singing, even complete silence. Nothing worked. We stayed for hours in the dark, and he still wouldn't fall asleep. So I tried the opposite approach, keeping him awake longer so he would sleep later. But somehow, he still wouldn't sleep. We went outside, running and jumping, trying to help him consume energy and adjust, but still, no sleep. That entire week, I slept around 3 hours during the night and another 3 during the day. Every single day. For Thursday, I had planned to color the Easter eggs, but I could barely function. I could barely sleep, barely work. I even took time off from work because I couldn't focus anymore. So I ordered colored eggs from the store. By Friday, I realized there was absolutely no chance I could prepare all the wonderful foods I had planned. I was exhausted, barely able to stand, barely able to connect two thoughts together. And at that point, I said, "That's it. I'm canceling Easter celebration this year. If I can just get some sleep, I'm happy." And this is where something amazing happened. When I told my mother, she simply said, "That's okay. We'll still meet. We'll knock eggs together, and that will be our Easter celebration." And honestly, that little spark of optimism was all I needed. Something shifted in my mindset. Because after all, Easter is about simplicity. Quiet moments with the people we love. If there's food and drinks, that's wonderful. But sometimes, just being together is enough. That Friday, we somehow managed to sleep longer. I managed to do my work. My father brought Easter loaf and more colored eggs from the store. I already had all the ingredients for buff salad, so I gave them to my parents to cook the next day at their place. On Saturday, I focused mostly on my son, and during the quiet moments, I managed to make sausages and caramelized ribs in the oven. No cabbage rolls this time. I told myself I could make those next week. After all, we don't eat only on Easter Day. We eat every day. And on Easter morning, we all met around 11 and finished the preparations together. I made mashed potatoes and salad, and quickly put some mini vanilla rolls in the oven. This wasn't the fully homemade Easter meal I usually prepare by myself every year. It was a mix of store-bought items, homemade food cooked by me and my parents, and a lot of love and serenity. And I even shared some food with my neighbor, who in return gave me lit candle from the church. And somehow, in its improvised and creative way, it became a perfect Easter. Some days find us prepared. Other days we have to improvise and make things work. But both kinds of days have their own beauty. Being strong doesn't mean having wins every day. Being strong means getting through the day even when it's tough, trusting that tomorrow might be better, or at least continuing to push toward better. And sometimes, a little optimism at the right moment can blossom into an amazing day.